Buenos dias, compas. All right, this one's gonna be short today. Pretty much just gonna help y'all out and let y'all know what to be on the lookout for. All right, Nasdaq got a great pullback, just textbook of what can happen in the market. All right, um, you couldn't ask for a better inverse head and shoulders. All right, you really, honestly, could not. Great support, found support at all the right areas. Neckline, looking down to a T, but I mean you did not come and test that actual neckline. All right. So got invalidated, rejected off the 200. See what happens when you reject off the 200 every single time. I mean, it's pretty much like clockwork when it comes to this SMA. Reject, you come down. Reject, you come down. Reject, you come down. You get above it, you shoot up every single time. All right. So those are very important things to be looking at. All right. For the most part, though, we came down, found support at this strong level right here. All right. It's good, but it's not good. All right, let me list a couple of reasons why. We didn't create a lower high. We pretty much just consolidated every single time, right? We came down, got a lower low, but I mean, it's still not lower than this low over here. All right. So, on a macro perspective, I mean, it's, how do you say, not triggering, it's not triggering any alarms yet. All right. When it does, I'll definitely let y'all know. All right. But things, one of the one of the formations that is my concern is this bearish flag that's being formed right now. All right, it's a really choppy version of it. I'm not gonna spend my time being a perfectionist this morning. That's a perfect part about me. All right. So if we come out of, I'll fix this later. You know, it's already bugging me. All right. But if we fall out of this bear flag, then we're gonna come back down. Now, one of the things that we do want to keep an eye out on is easily that we're still on trend to the downside. So we can see a lot more pullback, right? We shot up. I'm liking the consolidation right here, but we can go all the way up to this green EMA, which is 29,136, and still reject. We can come all the way up here to the 48 EMA, 29,397, still reject, especially at this strong level, and continue back down. This can still keep on going. There's still some downside to it. So if you see any pops, I still wouldn't get too happy. But if you're in any bad plays, that's probably the best time to get out because it might continue back down to the downside. All right. So these are those chances where you might be able to get out of a trade if you don't like the way that it is going. Okay. This is where you need to be vigilant. Okay. Or if you pop up or if you do calls on those pop-ups, probably a good chance, probably a good idea to take your money at that point. All right. Because like I said, still could be some downside. All right. So don't get greedy out there. VIX, VIX is VIX is struggling right here. All right. It's struggling to get above, which I kind of like, but I also don't like the consolidation up here, right? After this gap. Okay. Because all this is pretty much telling me is that now we're starting to form a nice bear flag. Or not a bear flag, Jesus. A a bull pennant, or what could possibly turn into a bull flag, but I think I like pennant more. Get rid of that. Boom. Right? So kind of starting to form that. It's consolidating within here, but if we lose this 200 day, then I see it's coming back down, and we have a lot of room just because of this gap right here that we have in between that purple EMA. All right. Now, oil did the same thing. We had this pennant right here consolidating at the 200 SMA, found support, boom, shot up, and now we're back at the strong level right here of 81.74. Let me go ahead and mark that as a strong level. I don't know why I don't got it as that. Right. But boom. Okay. So we have that. We're still on trend. All right. This pretty much just could have filled that gap that it left right there, and we could still be moving, working our way up to the upside. And if we find support here, this will be a good retest, and then we'll just end up seeing 86.93. All right. That's something to keep an eye out on. And I definitely don't like this more than anything. All right. This golden cross that's about to be formed. So this is not good at all whatsoever. All right. This golden cross just gives us confirmation that we're going to start seeing some upside. All right. On certain charts, you don't want a golden cross. Typically, we want to go up in the stock market. Oil, we don't want oil to go up. That is bad for the stock market. All right. So, something to keep an eye out on. Okay. The good thing is our 10-year treasury note came down. Um, I want to see what it's at when we do open, but we're getting that pullback. So if we can bring it back down here, back to 4.3, I'm liking it. All right. Credit spread, just pretty much still hanging out down here at 2.71. We're going to keep an eye out on that as well, too. Then we got NVIDIA. NVIDIA closed at 207.79. I wanted 203. Can't get mad at it. Um, everything's not perfect like me. But pre-market, we've popped up to 204.65. Okay. Like I said, it's still pre-market. So that's something that we do need to just be mindful of. All right. This thing can still come back down. But if we get a pop back up to 209 to 2012, it's probably the best time to get out of some trades or stay in it and see what happens. All right. But nonetheless, I love the support that we're finding here at the 50 SMA, right, not the 50, the 200 SMA and the 50 SMA. All right. I mean, you could not ask for a better support system right here. Boom. Okay. So every time we get above right here, we pop back up to 212. Okay. So things just, I like the way it looks right now. All right. If it wasn't for China and releasing that news about their I think NVIDIA would have kept on going. Okay. And usually when they do that, it's because NVIDIA usually does take off right before. So they try to, hinder it as much as possible, in my opinion, of course. Take it with a grain of salt. Um, Google shot up. Like I said, I mean, I said it like clockwork, all right? At 373.94, that's when we start getting rejections. So if you're up, take your money. What's so bad about taking some money? It's never a bad day when you end it in green, okay? So boom, got a hard reject at 373.94, came back down to the 200 SMA, down here at 344. I'm curious to see what happens, all right? Not only that, but we also got earnings on the 22nd, okay? Wednesday. Who also has earnings? Tesla. Tesla has earnings on the 22nd as well, too. Wednesday is going to be a big day for us, all right? So we lost that critical level. I do see it coming down, but also at the same time, we got earnings. I would kind of just steer from that since we're so close to earnings. I just wouldn't even touch pre-earnings at this point. You had your chance to play pre-earnings last week and the week before, okay? Intel has earnings as well too, and that is on Thursday instead, okay? So this is going to be big for semiconductors, tech, just the overall computing bubble, all right? Um, I should have wrote this one all the way up. I'm not gonna lie, but whatever, man. It is what it is. We're coming down to the 200 SMA. Um, I do see earnings bringing us down right here, and if it does not hold, it does not stick, we do not find any support at all whatsoever, we'll be coming back down to 64. Okay, and I don't want to say for sure, but I mean it's we're gonna come down quick. All right. But if not, we'll find some support. We'll probably start working our way back up to 119. All right, folks. So pretty much that's the big things that we have for this week. Other than that, we have initial jobless claims on Thursday again. And then next week, FOMC meeting. So these are things that we need to keep an eye out for. Okay. So today I'll just be watching his credit spread, the 10-year treasury note, oil, VIX, see what the VIX does and the overall NASDAQ. All right. I want to see it pop back up, but we will, well, in order for us to remain bullish, we really need to get above 29.5. Okay. If we do not get above 29.5, we are coming back down. Okay. So I just honestly wouldn't even be surprised if we pop right back up. All right. This is a big level of support right here. All right. So when in doubt, zoom out. And you could see, we find support in this area. We find support in this area. We find support in this area. All right. It's not rocket science. Use my method, the KISS method. Keep it simple, stupid. All right. Simple as that. Finding support. So let's see what happens here. Things should either get interesting or it should be devastating. Okay. Now, this is when I start to sound the alarms and say, hey, we're going down, down, and around. Cause sugar, we're going down swinging. All right, folks. That's all I got for y'all today. Like I said, it was gonna be a short one, just pretty much everything that y'all need to know for the week. Okay. If I see anything I like, y'all already know. Okay. So y'all take it easy. God bless. Trade responsibly. Okay. Adios, amigos.